much better finish for you, could it?
Yeah, like it's a fantastic culmination of the season's hard work to hit our achievement, and to do it 3 years in a row is an incredible achievement for this football club. We haven't been in, I think it was 40 years we hadn't been a top 6 side, 37 years we hadn't been a European side, and for the issues and problems that we've faced, you know, and it's at the time you try and just keep everything going, but you know the board had to face real hard decisions in terms of, you know, coming to agreements with players and still having to pay them as well. So it was impossible to replace players. Training ground problems, you know, all the things that go with it, and to end it like this, not end it like this, but you know, end the season before the split with another 41 points is a fantastic achievement. So credit to everybody involved. I'll get the plaudits tonight, but the staff have been fantastic with me. I especially mentioned the Brian Kerr, who's come in to replace Dermot, and he's been a rock for me. You know, it takes a while to get to know each other as well, and you know what's expected of each other, and you know what I need. So, and he's been fantastic in that there, and kept me level-headed. For the group of players, and obviously the staff that aren't going to get the credit, the people at the ground that every day they come in here, we try and make the club a small percentage better. We haven't got a millionaire backer. We've got people that want to take it in the right direction, and we've kept chipping away at it. And you know, today's for everybody is played their part in them small percentages.
Where does this rank, Stephen, for you in terms of managerial?
This is my biggest achievement, and people go, oh no, you got the cup finals, and you know, you got to Europe and what have you. The problems faced where I've never dealt with any of them. You know, they don't teach you this in the pro license. Experience has helped me. My staff around me have been fantastic in helping me. My wife's been fantastic in keeping me level-headed, and making level-headed decisions, which is hard in the heat of the moment. So for me, this is the biggest achievement. To do it 3 years in a row, you can get a top 6 berth because everything goes your way and other teams slip up a little bit. But the top 6 before kick-off today was as it should be. You know, and the only way you do that is if people that are in the top 6 don't do their job to the ability and the resources they have. Nothing's gone our way this season. Nothing's failed for us. We've had to fight and scrap for everything, and to come out with a top 6 berth. And yeah, it's going to be a tough task now to chase Europe with Dundee United winning, but we'll give it a go.
Can you sum up your emotions, A, when Roland scores, and B, just at full time, and how did that feel?
Well, I didn't know the score, and I asked specifically that nobody on the bench knew the score. I'm not sure they were lying to me. I think they might have known the score. But we didn't want boys coming on to try and make a difference, to be nervous or know what was going on. We wanted to win the game, and I stressed that before the press yesterday, was that win the game. Get 41 points, it's a huge achievement. What happens after that, we're not in control of. So that's what we concentrated on. When we scored the third goal, I did ask the question. And that was panic stations, so I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there was all rice decisions after that, but listen, we managed the game, and then the boys told me that the Hearts game was finished with a minute to go, so you're hoping you don't concede, but this is St Mirren, this is us, we do things the hard way, so we were delighted for the final whistle.
How are you going to celebrate this
It's my wife's birthday, so she wasn't going to come if we won and didn't get in the top 6, but she's on her way over now. My younger boy's here today as well, so we'll have a couple of shandies and see where it takes us.
Does the dramatic circumstances of it make it all that more sweeter?
Aye, now it does, yeah. Not at the time, no. We do things extremely hard here. But if you're going to do it, it's a great way to do it. If somebody had told me beforehand that this will happen and you'll get in the top 6, that's great. But no, it was heart attack stuff at stages. But the boys, you know, they stayed composed, they kept believing. Our subs, you know, to see Connor come back, Roland to come on, who we're trying to sign as well. It shows the depth and talent of the squad when everyone's available.
What thoughts coming into the game today? Did you have a feeling that you might be able to sleep in there?
You always have a hope, don't you? But I genuinely reiterated to everybody, the board, everybody who've been fantastic with me as well, that to get 41 points is a huge achievement for St Mirren. You know, it's not been done on a regular basis. We've become a consistent top 6 side. Through everybody, as I said right at the start of this interview, trying to take the club a percentage forward. Keith Lasley, Jim Gillespie, the board, and all my footballing staff. You know, there's too many of them to name, but you know, pushing every day to make it better. There's no magic wand or millions of pounds being thrown at it. We do it prudently, and you always have that hope. But you know, you got to remember, gaining 40 points before the split is still a huge achievement, no matter what. But we've got the icing on the cake tonight.
These are St Mirren's greatest days since, you know, the mid-80s. Is the enormity of that kind of sunk in for you and the players?
I think when you retire, you look back at that and go, aye, that was really good. You know, you've enjoyed a moment. we've got, for once, we've got 10 days to actually go breathe and enjoy the last 5 games of the season. And our record against the top sides has been fantastic. I think the only side we haven't beat is Celtic, I believe. So we'll have a go. We'll certainly play relaxed. We'll have a go and try and get as many points as we possibly can, and enjoy the rest of the season.
Roland obviously scored the winning goal. He was kind of identified early in the season as being somebody who could potentially offer that something a wee bit different. What kind of tribute do you pay to him and his journey? Because he's not had it easy, obviously.
No, it's the hardest thing is finding the position for Roland. He's a maverick, but he's got everything. He can run. He's quick. He's 2-footed. He's very, very talented. And during the season he lost as well a little bit in terms of mentality and wanting to play every single week. But a lot of players that come in to me, it takes time to adjust. To the levels. I've told the board I wanted to sign him even when he wasn't in the team. So over to them now. Okay. Cheers. Thank you.